What's up? Roseanne, is that you? Yeah, 1989 Roseanne from the good old days? Yeah. All right. Yeah, okay, I'll put you on. Let's do this. Go ahead.
Well, it's kind of a return to stand-up after many years, and they offered me, to come and do a stand-up special, and it was in response to being, fired, and they came to my defense, and I was like, well, I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I need to have my say. I need to answer, and because I was kind of not allowed to even apologize.
This digs into really deep culture. Culture kind of defines the political nature of things. It really does. And this whole thing with cancel culture can be traced definitely with ties back to the Obama administration. And a really, really good example was whenever I do remember I was quite young and I wasn't even political, but it seemed quite strange whenever the Hank Williams Jr. Monday Night Football song came on, got canceled. It was because he had spoken out about some of the things that Obama had did, and it was just like, and it was even like broadcasted, yes, this, that, and other, that, Obama said fire. So this, she's not the only one, but this started way back. The Chia Pets. You could get Chia Pets with all the different. Every president was a Chia Pet. You could, I mean, it was never it was like a tradition, and the Obamas pulled their version of it because he said it was the way it grew the hair out. And all it was just nobody was saying anything. They liked him so much they elected him as president. But anyways, let's get into this real quick. Stick with me.
Stand-up is a great place to come back and say what happened and tell the truth about it, and also to talk about cancel culture itself and how horrible it is and how fascist. And jokes are a great way to, scorn power, especially during Biden's presidency. And my jokes are so great. They're the most offensive. I was talking to my friends who also were canceled, and we all we made a pact together. When we come back, we're going to be even more offensive than we've ever been before. So my stand-up is more offensive than I've ever been. And I'm so happy because you've got to be more offensive when the culture is so offensive that it makes absolutely no sense, that it's anti-life, anti-human, anti-culture, anti-citizen. You got to be so offensive to offend the most offensive thing that it is on earth right now, and I think I've done it.
Okay, so my main objective was to try to make this video shorter by kind of cutting out a lot of this to do it, but I just can't get away from her message that she's trying to get out. So man, she speaks truth. These people here have taken culture and flipped it around. This is, by the way, if you've ever done any kind of, if you're involved in any what we're doing right here, it's called a Marxist tactic. A guy named Karl Marx. Look up some of his stuff if you're watching this video for the first time and you're enjoying yourself. If you get done with this, look up some stuff about Karl Marx and how his ideology for engineering or social engineering. And what the deal is these people are very hubris and full of themselves, and so they thrive off of pain and agony and suffering. And when you can turn around and mock these people, it really agitates them and makes them have to overextend themselves and expose what they're really about, which then helps to bring the majority of the public to understanding, which then changes the narrative. This is the whole goal, and it can all be done extremely peaceful because all we've got to do is just turn our cheek, turn the other cheek. Don't pay him any attention. Leave Hollywood alone. Yeah, let me get back to more of the video. Just got to say that right there.
Last night, I was terrified when Obama signed the NDAA thing because I said, my God, this is an attack on comedy, and all the comics were talking about it. It's like we will not be able to say anything now unless they, are ridiculously sucking up to what the left considers to be.
There's a thing called ESG scores now where all the movie productions and even looking at like big corporations are adhering to this for I guess points so that they can get easy loans and money transfers from banks and all this stuff, and it's all being implemented by these like open society foundations that are controlled by like these Soros people. And that's really driving down the quality of the content that you're getting and everything, the consumer products, the movies, the music, Just take a look around you. She's right.
Well, the left has no humor at all, so let's be real. They have no sense of humor at all, nor do they have any sense of humor about themselves. Like anybody in power who can't take a joke about themselves, like the person I mentioned, she should have just laughed it off. But instead she called ABC and demanded that I be fired.
She's actually being quite, or Roseanne is being quite graceful to say she when she's referring to Big Mike. That's who is behind the scenes running a lot of stuff, allegedly. I don't know. But anyhow, continue.
If you can't even laugh at yourself, you're a dangerous human being. And you have power and you have no sense of humor about yourself that comedians say. That's dangerous. And this is her third term because she is Obama's brain.
But she got you fired. So how exactly, and you're one of the most famous comedians in the world, and she got you fired from your job and humiliated and kind of overturned your life. She had the power to do that.
They're always the victim. They bully, and then when they're called on being a bully, then they're the victim. Yeah. The endless bully victim thing. It's two sides of the same coin, and they're trying to turn our entire culture into bully victim. And it's just not going to work, and my jokes are kind of to that effect. Why are we calling these people victims that are actually bullies?
Yes, and way more powerful than we are. Powerful enough to get Roseanne Barr fired from her TV show.
Yeah, and they enjoyed, oh my God, they enjoyed doing it. They really enjoyed it. Yeah, they enjoy that. They do.
Again, trying to keep this thing short, but the message is just awesome. I couldn't put the whole thing in. She's right. They love this. People like Bill Gates and all these awful people really get off on seeing the pain and the suffering of other people just because of the fact that they've had to deal with it, but on a whole different level. So this is where we're at, and she's doing a great job exposing that. So back to the video.
They enjoy sticking. When you were talking about the whole climate culture religion, they enjoy inflicting pain. Oh, I'm sure they sit there and go, yeah, we're going to cut. You know, like old people can't get their pain meds. I hear this all the time as my mom's old. They deny old people in their 80s pain meds. They like that. They like inflicting because, you know, it's basically, it's like it is fascist and Nazi. They do experiments on captive populations. No different. And it's disgusting. And then we're supposed to see that as progressive. It's not.
Oh, dude, those are some big words. And she's right. And she's speaking to a really awesome crowd of people who are kind of in the middle and don't know which way to go. And so, great message. I can't believe she even said all that. This is where I'm like, wow. So back to the video.
It's anything but. I just wanted to say it. I'm not going to let them have the last word, not on me. I'll be fighting in my depends on a damn, I don't care. I'm never going to give up. They're not going to get me.
Okay. Anybody who just heard what you said will be waiting for the full hour and for your special. Amazing. Roseanne Barr.
Thank you.
And thank you for checking this video out. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your dedication. It's just an honor all the way. So you have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and lots of love to all you guys out there. I'm out. Please like, subscribe, and share.